Natural gas and oil prices soaring this year, and our next guest says the upcoming hurricane season could create the perfect storm to push prices even higher. Let's welcome Bill Kirk, CEO and co-founder of Weather Trends International. Bill, great to have you with us. So far, this is looking like it could be one of the most active hurricane seasons on record. It's still early, though. So how accurate are forecasts at this point?
They're going to be really accurate just because of the climate cycles that we're in right now, or just kind of a statistical lock. You have a La Nina event in the Pacific Ocean. That's cold water. No wind shear as a result in the Atlantic. That means we had 21 systems last year, 30 the year before. So those are the top 1 and 2 years in 166 years. This year we're projecting 20, so that puts it, the top 4. So it's a guarantee. You're going to have a lot. The question is exactly where.
Right, and the devil's in the details, to use the phrase once again in the show, as to where they make landfall in terms of what will be affected. But interesting for Weather Trends, you take the weather, but you also sort of play out what the impact will be. So what are you seeing in terms of the impact?
So again, we do think there's 20 storms, and we actually tried, as you can see in the graphic here, try to point where we think they're going to occur. If the science allows you to do that in theory, right? If you know that the Atlantic's the warmest in 30, 50 years, right? It's hot. That means we have a lot of energy for hurricanes. The Pacific's very cold. That means no wind shear in the Atlantic. That means we're going to have a lot of systems. But you can also line up all these other climate cycles to say what happened in the past. 2012 is a year that we're in right now. Well, we know what happened in 2012. The Northeast got hit by Sandy. It's only Cat 1, but obviously Cat 1's big for the Northeast. So we know these similar years where they hit, and that's how we're able to project Texas, maybe Florida, even the Northeast Mid-Atlantic here as high-risk areas. So again, you can't actually quantify the inflows, and then what it's going to mean for business. Obviously, natural gas refining, if it hits in those Gulfport areas, New Orleans and Louisiana and Texas, where everything's produced, obviously that would be the perfect storm. To have that hit in those areas, which again has happened the last couple of years. Louisiana, as you know, was hit many times here in the last 2 years.
Right. So energy prices go higher. Consumers go and board up their windows and buy generators. So that's good for Home Depots and Lowe's, you say. And then you think a retailer like a Macy's, retail in general. I mean, if it's terrible weather outside, people aren't shopping.
It's not good. Hurricanes are actually bad for overall retail. They're great for homes. Home Depot and Lowe's will tell you, we'd love to have a major hurricane threaten the U.S., but then miss. You bought all your supplies and you didn't do any damage to their stores, right? Sandy, remember Sandy, right? We were down with power just for 3 weeks. Well, do the math. If that was for Kohl's, 23% of their stores are down without power for 3 weeks, right? Do the math on this lost sales. So the threat is always good, and it's more than just generators. It's things like mousetraps, right? People don't realize there's a huge spike in mousetrap sales because you have a damaged home and you line the wives typically like to line the kitchen with these mousetraps. So there's a 200-300% increase in mousetrap sales because of a hurricane. So it's crazy what you find in the analytics.
You learn something
apparently I have mice.
Day. You just stumped all of our traders here, Bill. Thank you. Great to have you.
Happy to help.
Bill Kirk. Who knew? Mouse, I mean, it makes sense, right?
Guy, how many mice run through your house?
I will tell you, we're out of time, I know, but I will tell you, one of my favorite games as a youth was the game Mousetrap, if you recall. You set the whole thing up, and then wham, the whole thing comes cracking down on the mouse.
Now we have no time to trade this.